The product B-Storm. B-Storm is designed around a technological fuzzing. Fuzzing is a technology where you don't have a direct access to any source code. This particular product is used by majority of the security organizations, global R&D organizations like NASA, DRDO, to identify the unknown vulnerabilities which is not known to all of us. People talk about zero-day attack. So my fundamental question is, what is zero-day attack? A zero-day which is known to you, or zero-day is known to us. Like, it's very simple. What is the definition of a zero-day? The day you discover or the day we discover? That's where the gap is. And Beyond Security as a company, through its product B-Storm, solves these issues. It helps its client to identify the zero-day which will mutually agreeable to us, all of us. A day where a client who is using the product, or a day where there is somebody in the back end who is using the similar product to identify the vulnerability to exploit it. Primarily, our product, B-Storm, which covers 300 plus protocols used by nuclear reactors, railway trafficking systems, space research, and many other mission critical applications, where we help people to identify these zero-days vulnerabilities to secure their networks. B-Source, which is a source code analysis tool, or we can say a static code analysis tool, where we have a clear indication, or we have a common position of a source code which we can evaluate. This is the fastest tool in the world. Under 3 seconds, it can scan millions of code and is going to give you a clear picture how to identify a known and unknown vulnerability by the very same code which is developed by our people in the organizations. Today, we see a lot of mobile phone applications. We see a lot of payment gateway applications like payment wallet, Airtel payment wallet, Jio payment wallet. There are a lot of payment wallet systems where we do the transactions. When we are developing these payment gateway applications, we develop this application in a very controlled environment, which is called static environment. And when we use this application, it gets into a very dynamic environment. Like, for example, the same application used by Oxygen OS, which is running in an advanced Android system, and the same application used by another person who is using a 3 years or 4 year backtracked application, the same Android phone. That means the environment for a person who is using the latest Android phone and the environment for a person which is using an older version of Android phone is same. Now, how the application can be secured when the environment is dynamic? The OEM who develop these payment gateway applications or a mobile wallet, they never consider this dynamic environment because they have absolutely no clues how and which way this environment does exist. Because it is very hard to get an idea how many people are using 2009 developed Android application and how many people are using 2019 developed Android applications. So if you look into an OEM point of view, which is very hard to identify this dynamic environment. That's why Beyond Security play a major role helping the OEM to identify these kind of dynamic environment and the threat and the vulnerabilities associated with this environment.